I like quiet mornings. I tell people that all the time. Drama is expensive, I say, sipping cheap coffee at my desk. Peace is free. That's my rule. I work a normal office job, clock in, clock out, and go home without carrying other people's mess with me. I keep my circle small on purpose. Man, you live like a monk, Ethan once laughed. Monks live longer, I told him. Ethan is my best friend. Loud smile, easy confidence, the kind of guy everyone likes fast. We've known each other since college. He calls me boring. I call him reckless. Somehow, it works. Maya never called me boring. She liked the quiet parts of me. You make the world slow down, she once whispered while lying beside me. She works in marketing, always busy, always tired. But when she's with me, she softens. Or at least I thought she did. That morning, Maya kissed my cheek before leaving. Don't forget dinner tonight, she said. I won't, I replied. You're cooking. She smiled. You're lucky I love you. I know, I said, meaning it. At work, Ethan dropped into my chair. Lunch later? Same place, I said. Same complaints, he joked. Life felt predictable, safe. I liked it that way. Then my phone buzzed. I ignored it. Another buzz. I sighed and glanced down. A group chat notification. The name was random. No context. Just a string of names I didn't recognize right away. Probably spam, I muttered. Ethan leaned over. You joining a secret society? Doubt it, I said. I locked my phone and went back to work. But the buzzing didn't stop. Messages stacked up. Laughing emojis. Short replies. Someone typed, "No way," followed by a crying face. Something about it felt wrong. At lunch, Ethan grabbed my phone. Dude, your phone's having a seizure. He raised an eyebrow. Give it back, I said, a little sharper than I meant to. Relax. I opened the chat. The names hit me first. Old classmates, a former coworker, and one name that made my stomach drop. Maya. I scrolled. Remember this place? Someone wrote. Best nights of my life, another replied. Maya sent a laughing emoji. Some things never change. My chest tightened. Ethan leaned closer. Weird mix of people. Yeah, I said. My mouth felt dry. Someone typed. Who added him? A pause. Then a reply. Oops. Oops. My heart thumped harder. Oops. From who? Maya typed again. Well, this is awkward. I stared at the screen. What's awkward? I whispered. Ethan frowned. You okay? Yeah, I lied. Just random. More messages popped up. Didn't expect to see you here. Small world. I felt like I was standing on thin ice. Nothing was clear, but nothing felt right either. My instincts told me to leave the chat, close the phone, forget it. Instead, I kept reading. Maya didn't say my name. She didn't explain. She just reacted, joked, stayed comfortable. I locked the phone again. Probably nothing, I told myself. Ethan shrugged. If you say so. That tight feeling stayed with me all day, like life had tapped my shoulder and smiled. That night, lying next to Maya, I watched her scroll through her phone. Everything okay? I asked. She smiled without looking up. Yeah, just people talking. I nodded. Must be nice. She kissed my forehead. You worry too much. I closed my eyes and tried to believe her. I was wrong. The silence between us felt heavier than usual, but I blamed my thoughts. I told myself trust meant staying calm. I told myself love meant not digging for answers you might not like. As I drifted towards sleep, my phone buzzed on the nightstand. Maya reached for it first. I didn't stop her. I stared at the ceiling, listening to my heartbeat, unaware that this was the last peaceful moment I would have for a long time ahead. I was half asleep when my phone buzzed again. I groaned and checked the time. 12:47 a.m. Maya was already asleep beside me, breathing slow, her back turned. I picked up my phone and saw the group chat lighting up. "Why is everyone awake?" someone typed. "Because sleep is for people without regrets," another replied. I scrolled, my eyes burning. "Remember that night?" a message said. My stomach tightened. Maya typed, "Don't remind me." My thumb froze. Another message appeared. "Hard to forget you in that dress." I sat up in bed. "What dress?" I whispered. Maya shifted, but didn't wake. I scrolled faster, my heart pounding. The jokes were sharper now, more personal. Someone typed, "Careful, this isn't private." Maya replied, "Relax, he's not here." I felt the room tilt. Not here? Then it appeared. One message. Short, intimate, familiar. "I still think about you when it's quiet." The words felt like a knife. Maya used to say that to me. Exactly that. I stared at the screen, hoping I was wrong. "Who was that meant for?" I muttered. My hands shook as I scrolled up and down, rereading, trying to twist the meaning into something harmless. I couldn't. The words sat there, naked and undeniable. A new name popped up, Liam. Wrong chat?" he wrote. I swallowed. Liam worked with me. We never trusted each other. He always smiled too much. Someone replied, "Too late now." Then Sophie typed, "This is getting uncomfortable." 3 dots appeared, then disappeared. Sophie left the chat. My chest felt tight, like I couldn't get enough air. I locked my phone and stared at the wall. "Wake up," I whispered to Maya. She groaned. "What's wrong?" "Who were you talking to?" I asked. She squinted at me. "What?" "The group chat," I said. "Who were you talking to?" She sat up, confused. "Why are you asking me this now?" "Because I saw the messages," I said. "The ones not meant for me." She laughed softly. "You're half asleep. You're imagining things." "I'm not," I said. "You said, he's not here. Who's he?" She looked away. "It was a joke." "A joke about missing someone when it's quiet?" I asked. She rubbed her face. "You're overthinking." "Say it wasn't you," I said. "Say you didn't write that." She hesitated. "Just a second. Long enough." "It was harmless," she said. "Everyone was joking." "Harmless doesn't feel like this," I said, tapping my chest. She reached for my hand. I pulled back. "Why is Liam there?" I asked. "He added people," she said quickly. "I didn't even notice." "And Sophie?" I asked. "Why did she leave?" Maya shrugged. "She's dramatic." The silence between us grew thick. I searched her face, looking for honesty, for anything solid. "Look at me," I said. She didn't. "I trust you," I said, forcing the words out. "But you're making it hard." She finally met my eyes. "Nothing happened," she said. "I promise." I nodded, even though my chest burned. "Okay," I said. She lay back down. "You worry too much." I lay there awake, staring into the dark, replaying every word. Love deserved belief, I told myself. Trust meant choosing her. Still, something inside me cracked quietly, like glass under pressure, and I knew pretending not to hear it wouldn't stop it from breaking completely. I wasn't trying to listen. That's what I told myself. I was standing outside Ethan's apartment, phone in my hand, about to knock. I heard my name first. That stopped me. "Relax," Ethan said. "He doesn't know." My heart slammed. I stayed still. Maya didn't answer right away. When she did, her voice was quiet. "I hate lying." "You're not lying," Ethan said. "You're just not telling him." I felt cold. "How long are we going to keep this up?" she asked. "As long as we need to," Ethan replied. "It's not like we planned it." I leaned closer to the door, my hands shaking. You said that last month, Maya said. That was different, Ethan said. It just happened. Months. The word echoed in my head. Maya sighed. He trusts me. That's why this works, Ethan said. He laughed. He never looks too close. Something inside me snapped, silent but final. I pushed the door open. They both froze. Ethan's smile vanished. Man, wait. How long? I asked. Maya stood up fast. I can explain. How long? I repeated. Ethan ran a hand through his hair. It wasn't like that at first. How long? I said again, my voice flat. Maya whispered, since winter. I nodded slowly. So when I was planning our future, you were planning lies. She stepped toward me. I was lonely. That's your excuse? I asked. Lonely? You were always calm, she said. So controlled. I needed something intense. I looked at Ethan. And you? He shrugged. It just happened. I laughed once. It sounded broken. You're my best friend. Come on, he said. We didn't mean to hurt you. You just didn't mean to get caught, I replied. Maya started crying. I never wanted this to come out like this. When did you plan to tell me? I asked. She opened her mouth, then closed it. Ethan stepped closer. Don't throw everything away over one mistake. One? I asked. You said months. He sighed. Okay, a few. I felt tired suddenly. Not angry, just empty. You both looked at me every day, I said, and chose yourselves. That's not fair, Maya said. I love you. You love how I made you feel safe, I said. Not me. She shook her head. You're twisting this. No, I said quietly. I'm finally seeing it. Ethan reached for my shoulder. We can fix this. I stepped back. You already fixed this, just not for me. Silence filled the room. Maya sobbed softly. Ethan stared at the floor. I turned toward the door. Don't walk away, Maya said. Please. I paused. If I stay, I'll hate you. If I leave, I might survive. Ethan muttered, You're overreacting. I looked back at him. You lost me the moment you said that. I walked out. No shouting, no fists, just the sound of the door closing behind me. That night, I sat alone in my car, staring through the windshield. I replayed every smile, every promise, every moment I defended them to myself. I whispered, they chose themselves. Saying it out loud hurt more than hearing the truth, but it was real. And once I admitted it, there was no going back. I stopped checking the time. Days blurred together. My phone stayed on the table, face down, buzzing like a trapped insect. I didn't eat much. I didn't answer calls. I told myself silence was safer. The group chat didn't care. Why didn't you say anything? Someone typed. This isn't fair, another replied. Maya sent a message. I never meant to hurt anyone. I laughed. Anyone, I whispered, not me. Another message popped up. We all made mistakes. I typed, then deleted, then muted the chat. The noise stopped, but my head didn't. I paced my apartment, arguing with people who weren't there. You should have known, I told myself. No, I replied out loud. I trusted. A knock hit my door. Sharp, real. I didn't answer. Another knock. Open up, a voice said. It's me. I opened the door. Daniel stood there, holding 2 coffees. You look terrible, he said. Thanks, I replied. He stepped inside. You eating? I think so, I said. He raised an eyebrow. Lying already? I sat on the couch. He sat across from me. No lectures, no speeches. Tell me, he said. I stared at the floor. They betrayed me. Who? He asked gently. Maya and Ethan, I said. Saying it out loud made my throat burn. Daniel nodded. How bad? For months, I said. They looked at me every day. He stayed quiet. That made it worse. I wasn't enough, I said. He shook his head. Stop. I trusted them, I said. That's on me. No, he said. That's on them. My phone buzzed again. I glanced at it. Maya's name lit the screen. She keeps texting, I said. What does she say? Daniel asked. I read aloud. I'm sorry you're hurting. I never wanted things to end like this. Daniel frowned. That's not an apology. She says she misses me, I said. She says she's confused. Does she say she cheated? He asked. I shook my head. Does she say she lied? He asked. No, I said. Daniel leaned forward. Regret isn't accountability. I swallowed. I still miss her. That doesn't make you weak, he said. It makes you human. I hate myself for it, I said. You loved honestly, he replied. Don't punish yourself for that. I rubbed my face. I want them to feel this. Daniel held my gaze. Revenge feels good for 5 minutes. And after? I asked. You live with it forever, he said. Silence stretched between us. I don't want to beg, I said quietly. Then don't, he said. Walk forward. I nodded. I muted the chat. Good, he said. Mute them in your head next. He stood up. Call me if it gets dark. It already is, I said. He paused at the door. You'll survive this. After he left, I read Maya's last message again. My fingers hovered over the screen. I wanted to reply. I wanted to ask why. I locked the phone. I will never beg again, I said to the empty room. The words felt small, but they held me together. I saw Ethan's name on the email list and felt my jaw tighten. Same project, same opportunity, same promotion. Life really had jokes. I stared at my screen while Rachel leaned over my desk. You look like you're about to punch your monitor, she said. I might, I replied. She pulled up a chair. Talk. He lied, I said. At work, outside work, everywhere. She nodded. And? I could expose him, I said. One message, one file, he'd be done. Rachel studied me. Would that fix you? I don't know, I admitted. She crossed her arms. You want revenge or control? Aren't they the same? I asked. She shook her head. Revenge is loud. Control is quiet. I leaned back. He deserves it. Maybe, she said. But do you deserve the mess? I didn't answer. She pointed at my screen. You're good at this job, better than him. He's better at lying, I said. That's not a skill, she replied. That's a weakness. I laughed once. Doesn't stop him from winning. Rachel leaned closer. Winning what? Approval? I rubbed my temples. I'm tired. Good, she said. Tired people change. I glanced at my phone. No new messages. I had blocked Maya that morning. It felt like cutting a wire before a bomb exploded. Rachel stood. Here's my advice. Say nothing. Work harder. Let time do the damage. And if he gets ahead? I asked. Then you get better, she said. That's the long game. She walked away, leaving me alone with my thoughts. Later, Ethan called. I let it ring. He texted, we need to talk. I typed, deleted, then locked my phone. At home, I stared at the ceiling. Silence isn't weakness, I said out loud. No one argued. The next day, I stayed late. Then later, I stopped checking social media. I stopped asking mutual friends for updates. I stopped caring what Maya thought. Rachel noticed. You're different, she said. Focused, I replied. Good, she said. That scares people. Ethan tried again. Man, don't be like this. I replied once. Be professional. He didn't respond. Weeks passed. I felt stronger, not happier, just steadier. One afternoon, Rachel dropped a file on my desk. You earned this, she said. I opened it. It was the lead role. Congratulations, she added. I swallowed. He wanted this. She smiled slightly. You deserved it. That night, I deleted old photos, old messages, old versions of myself. I whispered, I choose me. Oh. No fireworks, no applause, just a quiet shift. Power didn't arrive loudly. It settled in slowly, like confidence rebuilding its spine. I heard about Ethan before I saw him. Whispers at work, pauses when I walked by. Someone said, "Did you hear?" And someone else said, "Not here." I didn't ask questions. I didn't need answers. Rachel leaned against my desk. You keeping your distance on purpose? Yes, I said. Smart, she replied. Later that day, Liam cornered me near the elevator. Man, things are messy. You sound relieved, I said. He laughed nervously. I just tell people what I know. Half of it, I said. He shrugged. Survival. I nodded. Careful who you step on. He swallowed and walked away. That night, Sophie called. I almost didn't answer. Can we talk? She asked. Talk, I said. She exhaled. I knew. I figured, I replied. I didn't know everything, she said quickly, but enough. Why didn't you tell me? I asked. I was scared, she said, of losing people, of being blamed. I stayed silent. I'm sorry, she said, for staying quiet. I hear you, I replied. That's it? She asked. For now, I said. She hesitated. Do you hate me? No, I said. I just don't trust you. That's fair, she whispered. After the call, I felt lighter, not forgiven, just understood. The next week, Ethan missed a deadline, then another. Someone joked, guess Charm doesn't submit reports. He laughed too loudly. Maya stopped coming to group events. When she did, she watched everyone like they might leave. I ran into her outside a cafe. She froze. You look good, she said. Thanks, I replied. She searched my face. Are you happy? I'm calm, I said. That's worse, she muttered. I didn't respond. Later, a coworker leaned over. Ethan's role is under review. I nodded. Happens. At lunch, Rachel said, You notice how you're not the topic anymore? I noticed, I replied. You didn't touch anything, she said. That's the best kind of outcome. I watched from the sidelines. No cheering, no satisfaction, just distance. Ethan started avoiding eye contact. Maya stopped texting. Liam switched stories depending on who listened. One evening, Sophie messaged, Thank you for not destroying us. I didn't save you, I replied. I stepped back. That mattered, she said. I locked my phone. Karma didn't arrive like thunder. It crept in, quiet, patient. It let people trip over their own lies. I didn't push. I didn't pull. I observed. And for the first time, that was enough. Maya showed up without calling. I opened the door and saw her standing there, hands shaking, eyes red. She looked smaller, like something inside her had collapsed. Can we talk? She asked. You already are, I said. She stepped inside slowly. I didn't plan this. You never did, I replied. She swallowed. I'm sorry. For what? I asked. For losing you, she said quickly. I nodded. That's honest. She blinked. What does that mean? It means you're not sorry for cheating, I said. You're sorry it cost you me. She looked down. I didn't think it would end like this. It always does, I said. She moved closer. I miss you. I miss who I thought you were, I replied. She reached for my hand. I stepped back. Please, she whispered. I feel empty. That's not my job anymore, I said. Tears rolled down her face. I made a mistake. You made choices, I corrected. She looked at me. Do you hate me? No, I said. I just don't want you. That hurt her more than anger ever could. My phone buzzed. Ethan's name flashed on the screen. What is it? Maya asked. Nothing, I said, and deleted the message without opening it. She watched me. Was that him? Yes, I said. She flinched. He wants to fix things too. There is no fix, I said. Only endings. I never wanted to hurt you. And yet, I said. She sat on the couch. She wiped her face. Say something good about me. I paused. You taught me what I won't accept again. She nodded slowly. That's fair. Silence settled between us. I forgive you, I said. Her head snapped up. You do? Yes, I said. But forgiveness doesn't mean access. Her shoulders slumped. So that's it? That's it, I confirmed. She stood up. I hope one day you remember me kindly. I already do, I said. That's why you have to leave. She walked to the door, then turned back. I really did love you. I know, I said. You just loved yourself more. She opened the door and paused. Goodbye? Goodbye, I replied. After she left, the apartment felt quiet in a good way. My phone buzzed again. Another message from Ethan. Can we talk like brothers? I deleted it. I sat down and breathed. No anger, no rush, just space. Forgiveness wasn't weakness. It was closure. I didn't need apologies that protected egos. I didn't need explanations that avoided truth. They left with regret. I stayed with peace. I wake up earlier now. Coffee first, then a run. The city is quieter that way. I feel different, lighter, like I'm breathing for the first time in months. Morning, warrior, Rachel said, leaning against my desk. Morning, I replied, smiling without thinking. You look steady, she said. Trying, I said. She nodded. Good. That's rare. Weeks pass. I answer emails quickly, take initiative in meetings, finish projects before deadlines. Ethan barely makes eye contact, and Maya isn't part of my world anymore. I don't care. Daniel called yesterday. I saw your performance review, he said. And? I asked. I'm proud, he said. You didn't break. I smiled softly. Thanks. You're stronger than you think, he added. The group chat is dead now. No buzzing, no notifications, no reminders of lies. I don't even check it. I don't check my phone for approval. I don't wait for validation from anyone. Feels weird, doesn't it? Rachel asked during lunch. Freedom? I offered. Yeah, freedom, she said. You earned it. One evening, I walk past the old cafe where Maya and I used to meet. I pause. Nothing hits me. No longing. Just memory. I realize pain shaped me differently. Not cold, not bitter, just strong. I choose me, I whisper, like a mantra. Rachel texts, dinner later? I reply, sure. Need to celebrate surviving life's nonsense. She laughs back. Surviving and thriving. Good combo. At home, I set my phone aside. I don't scroll. I don't check messages. I just sit, breathe, and reflect. Pain taught me lessons. Betrayal taught me boundaries. Silence taught me patience. I remember my old self, Anxious, reactive, desperate for trust. That version feels distant, like someone I once knew. I smile. I wouldn't want to meet him now. Daniel calls again. You okay? I am, I say. You're happy? Not the kind of happy that needs proof, I reply. Just steady, content. Good, he says. You deserve that. I hang up and stretch. My apartment feels bigger. My space feels mine. I notice the little things. Books arranged the way I like. The sunlight on the floor. The silence without buzzing phones. Rachel pops by, carrying coffee. You look different, she says. Stronger, I say. She smiles. Yeah, I can see it. I lean back. I survived without ruining anyone, I say quietly. That's real power, she says. I nod. I don't need revenge. I need myself. And finally, I understand. Survival isn't about hurting others. It's about choosing yourself when no one else does. Every step, every morning, every quiet moment reminds me I did just that. I pick up my coffee and take a deep breath. This is me now, I whisper. No strings, no lies, just me. I smile. For the first time in a long time, it feels permanent.
I was sitting on my couch, headphones in, music low, when my phone buzzed one last time. I glanced at it. The group chat was gone, permanently deleted. I smiled. Not for them, not for karma, not because I watched them stumble. I smiled because I won myself back. The apartment was quiet. My coffee cooled on the table. I leaned back and whispered, "This is mine now." Rachel texted, "Dinner tonight?" I typed back, "Sure. I'll tell you about the chaos finally ending. Stir." She replied, "Stir finally? You sound relieved." "I am," I murmured aloud, like talking to someone who might understand. I thought about Ethan, his smirk, his excuses, the way he tried to act like nothing happened. I thought about Maya, her apologies that never owned the truth, her eyes searching, hoping I'd give her a chance. I thought about Liam and Sophie, half-truths, fear, silence. I thought about Daniel, his patience, his calm, the way he reminded me that survival wasn't revenge. I shook my head. No one can make you stronger, I said to myself. You do it yourself. The doorbell rang. Rachel, coffee in hand, smiling like she already knew everything. Celebrating? She asked. Survival, I said. She laughed. Big difference. Yeah, I replied. Big difference. We sat together on the couch, no one else in the world mattering. I realized I didn't need validation. I didn't need approval. I didn't even need acknowledgement. I had myself. Do you miss it? She asked. The chaos? I shook my head. Not even a little. It taught me what I don't want. And what's that? Dependence, I said. Trust without reason. Waiting for people to be better than they are. She nodded. Sounds like you learned well. I smiled. I didn't plan to be strong. Nobody does. You make it look easy, she said. It's not, I admitted. It's deliberate. I thought about all those nights staring at my phone, watching messages I shouldn't have seen. All the heartbreak, the betrayal, the shame. I was minding my business, I said aloud, until life decided to test me. Rachel leaned back. So, what now? I looked around my apartment. Quiet, calm, mine. Now, I said, I live for myself. Sounds like freedom, she said. It is, I said, and I meant it. My phone buzzed again. Spam. I ignored it. No temptation. No pull. Just silence. I took a deep breath. I was broken for a while, I said, but muted, not broken. I laughed softly. Funny how life teaches you the hardest lessons through betrayal. And did it? She asked. Yes, I said. I found out who I really am. Loyal, patient, stronger than I knew. Life didn't give me a choice. It forced me to be me. Silence fell between us, comfortable now. I never asked for this, I admitted to the room, to the night, to you, whoever's listening. But I'm grateful. because pain showed me my own power. I leaned back, closing my eyes, letting the quiet take over. Not fear, not anger, not regret, just me. I was minding my business, I whispered, until life put me in a group chat, and it turned out that was exactly what I needed to find myself. No buzzing, no chaos, no lies, just me, muted, not broken.